T&D Sports and exclusive video broadcast.
From Long Island, one more go around the sun as the sun sets on the home season. The Orlando Monarchs take on the New York Rise on the All-Women's Sports Network. And a pleasant good evening, everybody. Alongside Adrian Clark, I'm John Perez. It's the rubber match between Orlando and New York, Adrian. Orlando winning last night 5-4. A good rally by New York to make a 5-3 game into a 5-4 game. They had the go-ahead run at the plate, couldn't get it through. And it was a game in which the Rise probably could have cleaned a few things up.
Yeah, you know, they did a fantastic job of fighting, and that's been their DNA all season long, is finding ways to get the job done. They didn't quite have enough, but if they can clean up those mental mistakes and physical mistakes, they're going to be in contention to take control and take this series. One thing to note is they really got to focus on controlling the controllables.
One of the things that we'll talk about throughout the broadcast is how New York left a couple of runners on, but all the runs they scored were unearned, which means they put pressure on the defense for Orlando. So that's something that Orlando has to clean up today. But Orlando, a good victory last night, and they were led by Stormy Kotzelnick. Her go-ahead two-run home run was the difference to put Orlando up 5-3. Good at-bats by Kotzelnick and putting herself in a good position.
Yeah, she's been doing such a fantastic job, especially in the bottom of the lineup. You know, historically people say, like, oh, you don't get production out of the bottom of the lineup, but not with Stormy. She's had quality at-bats, and she's found ways to have production for her team.
Here's the rest of the lineup led by Megan Wiggins. Dallas Goodnight, the center fielder, leads it off. Tessa Malaulu at third base. Devin Flaherty at second base. Mac Barber is the first baseman. Ali Skaggs, the DP. Julia Koutsanopoulos behind home plate. Chloe Malaulu is out in right field. Kylie Sand, the shortstop, and Stormy Kotzelnick out in left field. So that's Orlando. On the other side for New York, a different lineup, but Lauren Lucas has been the unsung hero this season.
Yeah, the confidence she has at the plate is undeniable. She is putting pressure on the defense and forcing them to have to make plays. When she works deep into the count, she's able to draw those walks. So she is getting on base somehow, some way.
Here's the rest of the lineup. It's Lucas, Riley Blampete, the third baseman, Courtney Day, the DP, Carly Spade out in left field, McKenna Smith at first base, Ashley Treeweiler is the center fielder, Sophia Nugent is the catcher, Sammy Williams at second base, and Mahiro Take, filling in for the injured Jenna Laird, makes her debut at the shortstop position for the New York Rise. And we take a look at last night, and what really sticks out to you, Adrian? You see Stormy Kotzelnick, the go-ahead two-run home run. I think the biggest thing here is 2 errors for each team.
That's exactly it. If they can clean up the defense and they can anticipate, what that next play is going to be and prevent runners from getting into scoring position, these teams are going to battle it out tonight.
New York will turn to Lauren Krings in the circle to try and lock it down and pick up the series victory against Orlando. And Krings this year, 2-5, an 8.60 ERA. Last pitch Friday night against Oklahoma City in a appearance that she just wants to clean up from. Only went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 5 runs on 4 hits, a couple of walks, and no strikeouts. And that's been the issue so far with the pitching staff this year, control issues for New York.
Yeah, control and consistency, right? And the two are sort of synonymous and go hand in hand. But you want to be able to, plate pitches and get them borderline and really try to manipulate deceiving these hitters. And when you can stay within a controlled framework, it allows the umpires to make better calls and to be in a position to get the job done.
Yeah, and you want to control your own output, too. You don't really want to leave it up to the officials. And not to say that that's to blame, but for New York, they just want to control their own destiny as they get ready for the playoffs coming up next week in Oklahoma City, a round-robin tournament with the Florida Vibe and the Spark. As the shadows creep in here at Bill Edwards Stadium, Dallas Goodnight, a recent signee, having herself a good series, will lead it off for Orlando.
Number 10, Dallas Goodnight.
Goodnight, 2 hits last night, a triple to the opposite field and an infield single back in the second inning. She's 3 for 7 in the 2 games against New York, and the first pitch tonight is a fastball that's below the knees, 1-0. Well, Goodnight with huge shoes to fill. Coming in for Alex Coleman, who was tearing the cover off the ball, the graduate from North Carolina. And it's one thing to be a recent signee. It's another thing to lead off and be asked to step into those shoes.
Yeah, and dominate. I mean, when you look at her, you look like something's going to happen. She's going to make something happen.
2-0 on the way. High chopper over the glove of Blampede and into left field, a base hit, and Goodnight picks up her 4th hit of the series.
And she also has such good speed and anticipation. The way that she pushed the triple
Monarchs, third baseman,
in the
number
previous
24,
game,
Tessa Malauulu.
and you can see she's right out of the box, looking to potentially go 2 on a single.
That's one of the things, too, with Blampede is she has to play in against the speed of Goodnight and that Baltimore chop just getting over the frame of Blampede. Blampede's 5'8", and if she was 5'10", maybe makes that play. First pitch upstairs to Tessa Malauulu for ball 1. You know what, Adrian? Sometimes when you're hot, and for Goodnight, having herself an efficient series.
Absolutely.
Both Tessa and Chloe Malauulu in the starting lineup. Tessa had 2 hits last night, double to the opposite field. Finished 2 for 3. First 2 hits of the series. She's 2 for 5 in the 2 games against New York. New York winning on Monday night 12-0 and then dropping the middle game last night 5-4. Runner goes, pitches in there for a strike. Throw from Sophia Nugent, the tag from Take not in time. And Goodnight swipes the bag.
Yeah, you saw Nugent had a really nice, quick transfer, but her throw didn't look like it had as much velocity as necessary to be able to get Goodnight out.
Good job by Take to keep it in the infield. She's got a great glove. Tapped back towards the circle. Blampede cuts it off. Jump throw, a nice catch by Williams for the first out. Goodnight advances to 3rd.
Great job by Williams being able to get out of the way of that runner.
Second baseman,
Gets the
number
bunt
9,
down.
Devin
Blampede
Flaherty.
charging hard on the run, but the throw on the opposite side of the base. That's so dangerous when a runner's coming at you full speed.
Blampede looked like a quarterback. She had to evade the bat on the floor and then not collide with her first baseman, McKenna Smith.
And try to get the ball totally across her body to the inside half of the field.
Devin Flaherty digs in and takes off the plate for ball 1. Flaherty from Florida State, 2 strikeouts last night, went 1 for 3. Second straight game that she's starting, didn't play Tuesday night. And the count 1-1. Infield coming in, you could tell New York respecting the offense for Orlando. That's up the middle and through for a base hit, and Devin Flaherty puts Orlando in front 1-0 on the RBI single as Goodnight comes in to score.
Great job by Flaherty staying on this pitch and working the ball up the middle of the field. Goodnight was ready to go on anything on the ground and no hesitation there.
And as Michaela Transu goes out, let's just take a look at the defense for New York. As you see left to right. In the outfield, Carly Spade, Ashley Treeweiler, and Lauren Lucas. Riley Blampede, Mahiro Take at shortstop, Sammy Williams, the second baseman, McKenna Smith at first, Nugent behind the plate, and Krings in the circle. This is a meeting between both Krings and Nugent, not the rest of the infield, and the message you would assume for Transu.
Yeah, I think the message is that, you know, hey, you've got to be in control here, right? You got to throw your best stuff. Let your defense make these plays, but I need you to spin it tough and work to hit like a little bit tighter of spots. And I think Krings finds ways to get these outs, right?
New York using 3 pitchers last night: Jalen Ford, Allie Light, Shanice Dels. As she pours in a strike to Matt Barbara, 0-1. Well, Courtney Weiss saving the bullpen last night by going a complete game on Monday night. So not really having to dig into the bullpen, and now Kring's trying to give some length to New York, but sees a team trailing 1-0 and a 1-1 count. Barber drawing 2 walks last night. Skies in the air out to left field. Carly Spade battling the sun, lines it up, makes the catch. And Devin Flaherty fakes from first and scampers back. Barber's retired for the second out.
Great job by Spade staying with this ball. When those balls go up and they are high and they hang with the sun, especially as the sun starts to set here, they are really challenging. She did a great job of getting behind it, receiving it, and then getting the ball to second quick. You saw the runner at first take a really big lead after she tagged.
Yeah, that's Devin Flaherty over there, and she's got some speed too. Have to respect Flaherty over there, and at least trying to draw the throw. And you know what? After last night, New York was only charged for 2 errors, but at times treated the ball like it was a hand grenade, and you might as well try and see if you could get them to throw it away.
Exactly.
Here's Allie Skaggs, takes up and in, and the count 1-1. One pitch, hit on the ground to short. First opportunity for Take, and fires across the diamond. And the inning is over. But a run scores on an RBI single by Devin Flaherty. And after the top of the first, it's Orlando 1, New York coming to bat on the All Women's Sports Network.
AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations.
A 1-0 lead for the New York Rise as Lauren Lucas gets set to lead it off for New York. And on the mound is Sony Halishon, who's trying to rebound from a tough performance on Monday night. And that's just one of those games, Adrian. Every coach and team goes through it. Sometimes you just have a tough day at the office. And for Halishon and the rest of the pitching staff for Orlando, just trying to rebound. But Halishon actually a good inning. Give up a walk and a hit in a scoreless frame. Only needed 14 pitches, and a pitcher that can change speeds, go up and down, the former UCF hurler.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, when pitchers have an off game or an off day, and when they get back out there on the mound, you always know that they're just going to come with a little bit more, whether it's energy or poise, to be able to find ways to have success.
Halishon grew up in San Anselmo, California at UCF, saw time as both a pitcher and a DP in her lone season in Orlando. Had a good slash line, hit 329, one of two-way players for Orlando. Morgan Smith not in the lineup, the starter yesterday, finished with a no decision. But Halishon, like Krings, trying to draw some length and pick up the series victory against New York as Lauren Lucas steps up to the plate, hitting 312 on the year. And the first pitch sprayed foul, 0-1. Think about Lucas recently. Last night, went 0 for 3 with a walk, but she hits the ball hard, flew out to deep left field, gave it a ride, reached on an error back in the third inning, stole a base, and came around to score. But hit a home run to the opposite field in the third inning on Monday night, and Michaela Transu says she's been really locked in and saw it at the beginning of the season, and now she's finally putting it on display.
She is. She's so confident up there, and she's so dynamic with what she's able to do.
We were talking about it earlier in the season as Halishon gets ready for the 1-1, but Lauren Lucas's secret talent as she scolds it out to left field, drifting back is Kotzelnick, and a nice job fighting the wind. Kotzelnick retires Lucas for the first out. Let's meet the defense for Orlando. As you just saw, Kotzelnick, Dallas Goodnight, and Chloe Malaulu out in right field. Mac Barbara, Devin Flaherty, Kylie Sand, Tessa Malaulu, Julia Koutsanopoulos behind the plate, and Halishon in the circle as Riley Blampede steps up to the plate with nobody on and one out. We're talking about Lucas and how she was a sneaky good Mario Kart player. Found out her character of choice, Bowser, of all players.
Oh, wow.
Care to comment? Do you have a different character choice?
I don't have a different character choice. I'm not that great, nor did I spend much time playing it.
Could lose a lot of friends that way.
I know.
So here's Blampede. Goes the opposite way. Sends a charge. Deep right field. It's out of here. Riley Blampede goes opposite field for her 5th home run of the year, and New York ties it up at 1.
Fantastic job by Blampede on this pitch, low and out, but stays on it and stays in her legs, getting all of it. Completely on time. Beautiful display of hitting right there.
Seems when the ball gets in the jet stream going out to right, it carries, and went about halfway up the trees, out in right field. And so New York gets the run back as Courtney Day steps up to the plate in a tie game. And Day takes low for ball 1. Courtney 3 for 6 in the series. She's really picked it up. Had an RBI single back in game 1 in the 2nd inning, and then last night an RBI single to right in the 3rd inning. In fact, because of the fielder's choices and the errors, Courtney Day was the only Rise player that could be given an RBI with the way that last night's game went.
Right.
But New York wants her to get hot, and they want to see a little bit of that June magic from her again. You knew that she would come back down to earth, but continues to put the ball in play, is just hitting it right at the fielders.
She is. She's making solid contact. She's seeing the ball well.
2-1 pitch. Lifted out to left field on the run. Kotzelnick dives, can't make the catch. And the count 2-2. Good effort by Kotzelnick, but the wind just knocked it down, and Day stays alive.
Day out in front on that pitch, and really so much out in front. She pulled it all the way to the left side. Love to see her stay in her legs a little bit longer before making that decision to swing.
Comes into tonight's game hitting .359 on the season, 8 home runs, 19 RBIs. And gets ready for the 2-2 from Halishon. 3-2. Home plate umpire is Mario Calabrese, John Cambridge at first base, and Kevin Andrews is the third base umpire. Halishon gets ready for the payoff pitch. And it's low, ball 4, and a one-out base runner for New York.
Is your Rise left fielder, number 40, Carly Spade.
New York last night drawing 7 walks, and then on Monday night drawing 4 walks, seeing the ball well. Now their 12th walk of the series as Carly Spade swings through a first pitch fastball, 0-1.
Yeah, they've really adjusted in putting themselves deeper into counts and getting better pitches to hit. And if they're not getting them, then taking the free bases, right? A lot of times with hitters, you see that they're so overly aggressive because they just want to get the job done for the team, or they just need a hit because they haven't had a hit in a minute. When you can have that plate discipline to take what the game is giving you, it makes the world of difference because now you have free people on base.
Yeah, and last night, that was a big reason why they were able to claw back and saw a bunch of pitches, put the ball in play, and made Orlando field the softball, which was a little difficult for them last night.
Exactly.
Monday night, a different tune. They just hit the ball over the fence.
They just hit a lot. Balls over the fence.
It's got to be nice for New York for them to finally hit home runs and not give up the home runs, as that's foul off to the left side of the base. Gave up 15 home runs to Oklahoma City, but was able to go deep as a team 4 times back on Monday night, including 3 in the last inning. One-two from Halishon outside. 2-2. Halishon peering in the 2-2. Topped over to the left side. Sand in the hole. Goes to second for one. Flaherty. No relay throw over to first as they get Day, the lead runner. And there's 2 away. Nice job by Sand and Flaherty teaming up to get Day.
It's your rise. First baseman.
Spade a bit out in front on this pitch, as she had been in some of these other pitches. Sand doing a great job of getting it off of that high bounce, going with that deep angle, able to make and get the force play.
So here comes McKenna Smith getting the start at first base tonight. Caught for Jalen Ford last night. She went 1 for 4 with a double. But at first base in the 3 games combined, had 4 hits and 9 at-bats, including 3 extra base hits. A couple of doubles and a home run. And now the 1-0. Hit wide of third, foul. Trying to sneak it past Malaulu, who is right on the line.
Yeah, Tessa's had a couple balls already at the hot corner. And right on time, diving for them, just a little outside of her range.
The one saving grace for Tessa at third is that if she dives for it, there's a 90% chance the ball's foul.
Exactly.
1-1 pitch. This is fair, and it's to the shortstop. Somebody gets through the wickets into left field. Spade goes first to third, and New York keeps it going for Ashley Treeweiler.
Those types of mistakes are so hard, right? You don't ever want to see a ball get between your legs. But you saw Sand kind of pick her head up a little too soon, trying to decide, was she going to go to 2 with the ball or was she going to go to 1? And you really have to make sure you secure the ball first because you don't have a play unless you have the ball.
It's interesting because Sand makes the difficult play in the hole and then the ground ball right at her goes through her legs, but that's softball, Susan, as Ashley Treeweiler steps up to the plate with runners on the corners in a 1-1 game. Treeweiler deployed as a pinch hitter last night, drew a walk, and then was lifted for Kayla Wadle as she re-entered. Kayla Wadle honored before the game, playing in her last professional game. And it meant so much for her to do it with the New York Rise to play her final game. 2 years in New York. As Treeweiler hits it on the ground to second base, Devin Flaherty flips it over to first, and the inning is over. But a solo home run by Riley Blampede, and we're tied at 1. Going to the second on AWSF.
College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats. With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out CamwoodBats.com today.
Take a look at Forest Hills, the Gardens. There was a concert there last night, but nothing going on tonight. A beautiful night in Queens as we step out to Long Island. A 1-1 game, Orlando and New York on the All-Women Sports Network. Alongside Adrian Clark, I'm John Perez. That's Lauren Krings, who in the first inning gave up an RBI single to Devin Flaherty, needed 17 pitches, but kept Orlando just to the 1 run as it'll be 6-7-8. And for Krings, nibbling there, was not really getting the strike calls. What did you see out of her in her first frame?
Yeah, I think she managed it, right? You're going to give up, hits. You're going to give up a run or two, but she continued to stay composed and got out of the inning with only giving up 1 run.
Julia Koutsanopoulos takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Julia last night hitless in 2 at-bats, but had a sacrifice bunt in the second inning. Oh, 1, 0-2. It's a picture-perfect night here at Bill Edwards Stadium. Wind blowing out to right. First pitch temperature 78 degrees. If every day could be like this, we'd be in heaven.
Exactly.
I don't know for a pitcher, though, how conducive it is, though, because the ball does get out. You got to miss some barrels. Koutsanopoulos has some pop. 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck her out, and Nugent completes the strikeout, 1 away. That's a way to miss a barrel.
That's exactly it. She did a great job getting ahead in the count, working the zone, and getting that swing and a miss.
So here's Chloe Malaulu stepping up to the plate for the Monarchs, the right fielder. 2 hits last night, reached base all 3 times. Also stole a base. Meg Wiggins really solidifying her defense with putting Malaulu out in right field. She signed Goodnight and threw her out in right field. Felt that she was a better center fielder. That allowed Malaulu to move to right, and the outfield defense was pristine last night for Orlando. 1-1 from Krings. 2-1. Two-one pitch, and that's lofted foul on the count 2-2. One thing that Krings was working on was trying to tunnel her changeup and change the point of view. When you're up here, I'm kind of curious, do you sense that from Krings, or are there any things that could be potential tells?
Yeah, the potential tells are when the ball's coming out of her hand, and if it's bouncing, really far out in front, then the pitch wasn't tunneled well, right? Or if it gets elevated super high, then you also know the pitch wasn't tunneled well.
Another 3-ball count. Krings coming to Malaulu. Up and away, ball 4. First walk issued by Krings, and a 1-out base runner for Orlando. Kylie Sands, the batter.
Shortstop, number 23, Kylie Sands.
Second game of the series for Sand. Played on Monday night, 0 for 1 with a walk. And Krings elevates upstairs for ball 1. Sand, the former Rutgers shortstop. First team NFCA All-Region in 2022 and 2023. Goes the other way and shoots it foul. Count 1-1. Krings dealing with one of the best Scarlet Knights player in program history. Career batting average leader, hit .396 as a Scarlet Knight. Most runs scored in Rutgers history, and has the single season record as well with 62 runs. 166 runs in her career for Rutgers.
Krings not happy with the ball selection today.
Do you think sometimes it gets scuffed? A seam comes out?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's a little scuff, or maybe the texture, like slick versus tacky.
I'm always fascinated by it. So when your program would get a new box of balls, did you have to scuff them? Do you use them right out of the box? Because I know some pitchers are pretty particular with it.
Yeah, we definitely don't use them right out of the box. Most pitchers don't necessarily like a brand new ball. We'll always give a pitcher a brand new ball to warm up with in the bullpen, so it organically gets scuffed as you warm up, and then that's the ball they take out with them on the mound to start the game. But the rest of the balls, we take time and we you can buy this stuff to like scuff them up, similar to how they do in the majors.
1-2 pitch, hit in the hole, through for a base hit. Past both Blampede and Take, and Sand has her first hit of the night.
Blampede in a little bit more. This ball hit hard enough, just out of the range, getting through that 5-6 hole. I also would have liked to see Blampede take a little bit deeper of an angle. I'm not saying she would have stopped the ball, but with it being hit as hard as it was, that's kind of her only option there.
So this brings up Stormy Kotzelneck. Game-winning 2-run home run last night. Misses the bunt on the first pitch. 0-1. Orlando's pitching staff doing a really good job of keeping it at a 3-3 game last night. Aspen Wesley picked up the win, and Kotzelneck the capper. Into the count even, had a ball and a strike. As Kotzelneck trying to move a couple of runners over for Dallas Goodnight. 1-1. Off the glove of Nugent. 1-2. So interesting that Wiggins takes the bunt off mid-at-bat.
Yeah, you know, maybe she's seeing something. She's reading the defense. If the defense is more in and, you know, they've already got one runner in scoring position, knowing that she's got some, you know, power here, maybe she's hoping to get something through.
Krings ahead in the count, 1-2. That's upstairs, and Deuce is wild. Kotzelneck from Carmel, Indiana. At .298 at UCF. Flares it foul. Did you see the rebrand for the AAC, the American Athletic Conference, is now just the American Conference? Or you're supposed to say American Conference first, and any other time after is just the American.
The American, yeah, and they have a mascot. It's an eagle, right?
It's not just an eagle, it's a soaring eagle. And,
right.
And it's got muscles, and it's got attitude and swagger.
My apologies, the soaring eagle.
I think the biggest thing, though, is that you're going to have All-Americans from around the country, and then you're going to have All-American selections as well, as that's popped up right side of the infield. Infield fly is called as Smith secures the out for out number 2.
I know you love to talk about it being a wind tunnel. That is an example of what these balls do when they get hit super high in the air. That one, no different. I mean, it started like it was going to land where she was positioned, closer to first base, and she finished all the way in front of the plate.
Good job by Krings to get out of the circle. She wanted no part of it.
Yeah, it takes a special pitcher to want to be a part of those balls.
Dallas Goodnight singled to left in her first at-bat. Chloe Malaulu, the runner at second base. Kylie Sand at first. Monarchs with 3 hits against Krings in an inning and 2/3. 1-1. Krings fires home. Hit up the middle and through for a base hit past Take. Malaulu rounds third. The throw is cut off. Smith goes to second, not in time, as it's an RBI single for Dallas Goodnight, and Orlando pulls in front 2-1.
Dallas being aggressive, getting enough of this ball, perfectly placing it up the middle. Take almost getting her glove on it there, her hustle to try to get that ball. And I like this cut. I love that she saw that there wasn't going to be a play at home, and she cut, and she tried to find another out somewhere within the same play.
Here's the Blue Devil. Tessa Malaulu hits it to second, and Williams retires Malaulu for the third out. But Orlando puts another run on the board, and they lead it 2-1 after an inning and a half on the All Women's Sports Network.
Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations. College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com.
Back at Bill Edwards Stadium. Second opportunity for Sony Halishon. Given another 1-run lead as she goes to the second inning. Needed 21 pitches to retire the first 6 batters against New York. It'll be 7-8-9 due up for the rise. Sophia Nugent, the catcher, will start it off. Sammy Williams and Mahiro Take. Saw some activity in the bullpen. Courtney Weiss doing bench. Shanice Dels starting to get warm, so could be an early exit for Lauren Krings. And Kayla Transu obviously will play it inning by inning, but for New York, imperative for them to just throw up some goose eggs as Nugent steps up to the plate. And Sophia takes a strike, 0-1. Nugent came on as a pinch hitter last night, drew a walk. And then when Sammy Williams re-entered, Williams stole the base as Nugent fouls it off, and behind in the count, 0-2. Got some extra makeup tonight for the home finale.
That's it. Look good, feel good, play good.
It's that simple. 0-2 pitch. Skips in the dirt, 1-2.
What I want to know is how long does it take to get prepped for the game?
I usually get here a couple hours early, and that's when she's getting it done. So after hitting, because you don't want to sweat.
Right.
You know, that's I never appreciated what female athletes have had to go through, because I've heard it's a whole thing of, well, do you wash your hair? You're going to the gym today. You're doing cardio, and you got to do makeup. What goes where? And it's not just to snap your fingers and you're all dolled up.
No, I wish it worked like that. If you could just press a button. Unfortunately, it's not. But they do have a lot of different products out now that can help makeup stay on, can help keep the hair from getting too greasy. So there are some quick adjustments that you can do nowadays.
But, you know, these players take pride in their appearance, too. Like you said, look good, feel good. So no shortcuts, right? Athletes, aren't you taught as a coach? No shortcuts. You got to put your time in, and I'd imagine that has to go for the mascara. I'm way out of my depth here. Extensions, anything else?
Extensions. Well, and hair, right?
Nugent, one hop to third. Tessa Malaulu fires to first, and Nugent's retired to start off the home half of the second.
The different hairstyles that you see, there's always designated like one or two people on the team that know how to do all of the braiding or the different styling, and oftentimes they have an Excel spreadsheet that you have to sign up for a time because they're doing all their teammates' hair, and then they got to do their own.
It's pretty efficient.
I was the braider when I played. So at one point, my coach had to talk to me because I was spending so much time braiding everyone else's hair that I wasn't giving myself enough time to do what I needed to do to prep for the games, or at least that's their perception.
But didn't she understand the importance of look good, feel good, play good?
Unfortunately, I don't think Bill Edwards really cared about that. He was he wanted you to have your hair up and don't touch it, right? So you that's why we took a lot of pride in making sure that we had our hair up, because you weren't to touch it.
It was a different time back then for Bill. High chopper right back to the circle. Halishon waits for it and rifles to first. Williams is down for the second out. And this will bring up Mahiro Take, making her New York Rise debut.
Shortstop, number 16, Mahiro Take.
Take filling in for the injured Jenna Laird. Good glove out in the field. Left-handed hitter, and few coaches and around the team saying she could be our Ichiro, and they're excited to see her take her first at-bat as she watches low for ball one. Take grew up in central Japan, an hour next to Tokyo, playing with Jalen Ford overseas and McKenna Smith, and ahead in the count, 2-0. Infield, outfield straight up against Take. 2-0. Fouls off the glove of Koutsanopoulos, and the count 2-1. Let's take a look at how she loads and gets ready. Kind of drops it down, and that's her timing mechanism.
It is. She's doing a full depth squat here, and really making sure that she is grounded before standing up and kind of getting a little bit more into her stance.
2-1 from Halishon. Tries to drop down the bunt and fouls it off. Count 2-2. Has good hands, good speed, can go the opposite way, but not a traditional slapper, and can hit to all fields.
Yeah, I like that she tried to get a sneak bunt in there, try to catch the defense off balance.
2-2. Lifted left side, foul territory. Long run for Malaulu, but Tessa can't track it down. And Take stays alive.
And so far, we've seen her stand in and hit, try to drop down a bunt, and then she just slapped on that last one.
Wonder as a pitcher how you attack a hitter like that.
Yeah, it gets tricky, but sometimes there are tendencies. Sometimes slappers will slap when they get to 2 strikes, stand in early in the count. And so when you can decipher some of the trends of what's happening, then it does make it a little bit easier. But if you don't know the hitter or what they're capable of, it does make it a little more challenging. But again, if the pitcher's throwing their best stuff and they're attacking the zone, they're going to have an opportunity to find a way to get him out.
Take pulls it foul and staying alive. So a good battle between Halishon and Take. Taking her first at bat in the States in the 2-2 pitch. Misses inside, 3-2.
You could tell she kind of wanted that one at the very last second, kept her hands back.
Take driving up the pitch count to Halishon. 8th pitch of the at-bat. Payoff pitch. And it's low, ball 4. And so Take is aboard, the 2-out base runner. And a helmet switch.
Now batting is your right fielder, number 28.
Oh, so it looks like she was using Lauren Lucas's helmet, and now gets Alex Brown's helmet. And she's got the face mask while running the bases. So interesting to see there. Second walk issued by Halishon. And here's Lauren Lucas, who flew out to left field in her first at-bat. Goes the other way, deep left field, Kotzelneck, and the ball tails foul for strike 1.
You know, I know traditionally hitters, they all have their own preference of what they like. There are a lot of hitters out there that do not like the wire mask going all the way across because it gets in their periphery, whereas when you just have this one piece over the jaw, you still get that full clear shot vision without anything in front of the eyes.
Well, now she's going to swap the helmet out. So I guess she did not like the
Face
cage.
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there you see. Faceless, using Kayla Wadle's helmet. 0-1. Lifted out to left field. Kotzelneck on the run towards the line, and it falls down. Count 0-2. Feels like the wind is picking it up and just spiking the ball.
It does.
Because Kotzelneck covers a lot of ground out in left field, but the ball just doesn't hang up for her to make a play.
Not enough.
Halishon ahead in the count, 0-2. Take, the runner at first. That's out to left field. Kotzelneck, late start. It gets over her head, and one hops the wall. They're going to send Take home. Here comes the relay throw from Sand. It will not be made. It's an RBI double for Lauren Lucas. We're tied at 2.
And this game is tied at 2.
Great job by Lauren Lucas staying on this pitch. You saw that she fouled a couple off, but was able to get more of this one. Kotzelneck almost froze where she was, unsure of where the ball was going, and got a late start to try to catch that going over her head. Take cruising. I mean, she wasn't stopping from first. She knew she was scoring.
Good base running by Take as Riley Blampede will step up to the plate, and out comes Megan Wiggins. 14-year professional softball player, first year as the head coach, and told us before the series she wants to utilize her entire pitching staff. She definitely has used all her pitchers through the first 2 games, and now Halishon and Krings both giving up a run in each of their first 2 frames.
Yeah, I love how Coach Wiggins. She came out here, she talked to the defense, she let the battery talk, giving them some control to discuss what's happening, what's going on. And I love to see when coaches allow the players to be able to take some control of the process in a game.
Blampede scalded one to right for a solo home run. In her last at-bat, 1 for 1. Lauren Lucas responsible for the other run. With an RBI double, she stands at second. And Blampede, good rip at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. This will be pitch number 45 for Halishon. It's peppered in for a strike. 0-2. Infield and most of the outfield cascaded in shadows. Halishon ahead in the count, 0-2. Driven out to right, falling fast. Malaulu can't track it down. And the at-bat continues. Halishon digs in, 0-2, upstairs, 1-2. Looks like some stirring in the Orlando bullpen. But Halishon trying to get through the second. 2-2. Two on the way. In the dirt, skips past Kutsinopoulos. Good bounce, throws to third, but Lucas legs it out. A little risky there by Lucas, but she uses her speed to take the extra base.
Yeah, anytime as a runner, when you see that the ball's going in the dirt, you're looking to try to keep going until the ball stops you, and she did a great job of continuing on that, knowing she had enough time to get there.
3-2 pitch to Blampede, swing and a miss. And she goes down via the K. And it is the first strikeout for Halishon. But we're through 2, tied at 2 on the All Women's Sports Network.
Phoenix Tube is one of the world's leading stainless steel long products, with focus on ornamental and structural tubing, as well as processed flat bar. What began as nothing more than the founder's vision, the company started from very humble beginnings in 1980. 40-plus years later, the company has over 25 production lines, as well as a full line of slitting and finishing capabilities. An everyday commitment to uncompromising quality and superior customer service has enabled them to build a loyal customer base. The growth has been further fueled by continued and heavy investment in state-of-the-art equipment and technology, enabling them to remain at the forefront of the industry. As Phoenix Tube begins its 5th decade, it looks forward to a promising future with the same commitment to the principles that have guided them for these years. Learn more today at phoenixtube.com. AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com.
There is the best mascot in women's professional softball. Somersault in a dance. What's the Adrian Clark go-to dance move at a wedding, Sweet 16, any occasion?
Oh, man. I just like to vibe with the music, so probably just like a back and forth, a little like shoulder roll, body roll kind of a thing.
A little Q-tip maybe, sprinkler?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
I do love a good sprinkler too.
Sprinkler's good because, dance floor is on fire. Well, it's a 2-2 game. The offense has come to play. An RBI double by Lauren Lucas ties the game up at 2, as it'll be 3, 4, 5 due up for Orlando. Devin Flaherty, Mac Barbara, and Allie Skaggs against Lauren Krings. Flaherty slammed an RBI single to center field, chasing home Dallas Goodnight for the first run of the evening, back in the first inning. Attacks the first pitch, out to shallow left field. Spade calling for it, makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Great job by Spade hustling in on this ball. Take was a little more shallow, going back, but had no idea exactly where the ball was, stayed with it, made the catch.
Mac Barbara, a flyout victim in her first at-bat. Watches low for ball 1. One 0 pitch, sliced into the gap, and it's in the hole for a base hit as Mac Barbara picks up her first hit of the day. Good job by Barbara to serve it into right field.
Great job. That pitch got a little too much of the plate there. You could see she was completely on time, hitting the gap.
Designated player, number 99, Allie Skaggs.
Great job by Treeweiler getting the ball in, too.
Treeweiler battling with different injuries this year, nagging wrist injury, lower body injury as well. Skaggs attacks the first pitch out to right field. Lauren Lucas is there, lines it up and hauls it in for out number 2. But so that was the reason why Treeweiler did not start last night in the field, and a little bit of a different outfield look, but looks like New York has the outfield defense that they want in both Spade, Treeweiler, and Lucas.
Yeah, this outfield defense is, one of the best in this league, and you can tell how much ground they can cover.
Here's Julia Kutsinopoulos, struck out swinging in her last at-bat against Krings. First pitch skips in the dirt for ball 1. Kutsinopoulos started game 1 at first base, has been behind the plate each of the last 2 nights. And lofts it foul, 1-1. Been a tough series for Julia. Hitless in 5 at-bats. Does have a sacrifice bunt. Trying to keep the inning going. Chloe Malaulu would be next. And taps it foul, 1-2. Orlando Monarchs, first year in existence. They were the Texas Monarchs last year. They and the Atlanta Smoke, both from Texas. And of WPF, as Kutsinopoulos pops it foul right towards us. And now a whole swarm of Port Washington Little Leaguers comes over to try and retrieve the foul ball. That's how the ball gets scuffed, too.
It is. Something tells me, though, I don't know, do these balls get back?
They're supposed to.
Well, I'm not taking it away from the little kid.
I'm not a narc either. Krings trying to throw up her first scoreless frame of the night. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a 2-2 game, top of the 3rd. Pitch, popped up. Nugent locates it and makes the basket catch. Inning is over. So Krings works around the 1-out single to throw up a scoreless 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, tied at 2.
A Rise fan at this time
College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today.
Two-two game, bottom of the third inning at Bill Edwards Stadium. New York Rise will have 3-4-5 due up against Sony Halishon. Give up a solo home run back in the first inning, an RBI double in the second, and now trying to match Lauren Krings as Courtney Day drew a walk in her last at-bat to start it off. Halishon, 49 pitches, 31 of them for strikes, has the wild pitch, almost had a caught stealing because of the great Karam, and Kutsinopoulos came up firing. But your impressions of Halishon through her first two innings?
Yeah, she's doing a good job. She's tightening up a little bit from in some of her pitches, but she is able to manage it. You can see she's working through it.
Aren't we all just working through it in our own way?
I think so. It certainly feels that way.
Well, Courtney Day will step up to the plate, and I think the best walk-up song, Fortunate One, or Fortunate Son by Creedence, which just, I'll put their albums up against anybody else. And feels like summer when you hear Creedence Clearwater Revival. Here's Courtney Day. Attacks the first pitch and sprays it foul into the Rise bullpen. 0-1. And Halishon quickly ahead, 0-2. 2 runs, 5 hits, and an error for Orlando. New York, 2 hits on 2 runs, no errors. And here comes the 0-2. A little low, 1-2. I think this is the first time we've heard the softball chants from the Little Leaguers that have come, which is amazing because we've had 10 home games here this year and 12 last year. So in 21 games, no chants from the little ones.
No, and that one was so good. I didn't even quite hear all of what they were saying, but they were rhyming. They had a beat to it.
Had a chance to do different college softball during the regular college season as Day sends it deep into the night. Warning track, it's out of here. Courtney Day's 9th home run of the year is a solo home run, and New York pulls in front 3-2.
3-2.
Day continuing to show the power that she has and the consistent power that she has. I love how forceful her swing is, and when she stays in her legs and she gets a pitch she can manage, she does a lot of damage.
That's got to feel good for Day, especially considering the hot start that she got off to. Hit those 8 home runs in June, and her first home run in July.
Left fielder, number 40, Carly Spade.
Check that, her second home run of July, but first home run since July 3rd. Here's Carly Spade, knows a thing or two about home runs. Slices it foul, 0-1. Spade recently named to the Ohio State coaching staff as an assistant coach, reuniting with Kieran Kumar and a few of her Miami of Ohio teammates. Skies it out to right, and Malaulu traps it for out number 1.
First baseman, number 1, McKenna Smith.
Alshon's giving up a run in each of her first 3 innings. And New York able to burst in front. Oh, 1. That's a little low. 1-1.
If you watch closely when she's releasing the ball, and I like that they are getting their bullpen going here, the ball's sort of falling out of her hand instead of spinning and snapping out of it, and that's usually a sign that you're losing some power or some speed or some momentum.
I think that one caught Mario Calabrese behind the plate. He's going to have to walk that off. So, while he walks it off, gets a new pair of softballs.
Yeah, that did not get any of Nugent. That got his whole hand.
Let's take another look. Oh, yeah, that stings.
Yeah. Well, and you can see she was set up outside. That bounced so far out in front of the plate and then shifted right to that hole where he was.
2-1 pitch, high and away, 2-2. I have to imagine for Kevin Andrews and John Cambridge, they know what it feels like. They've taken foul balls, I'm sure, off their hands and all parts of their bodies. But in this series, they have to feel home free and a little relieved knowing that their duties are done behind the plate.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing I was going to say is you could see how far out in front that ball bounced. That's a ball we need to see Nugent, block, use her body.
Comes a 3-2 pitch to McKenna Smith. Inside, ball 4. As Koutsanopoulos has to play it. And the backstop, and McKenna Smith, the one-out base runner. Third walk issued by Halishon, and that'll bring up Ashley Treeweiler.
Center fielder, number 50, Ashley Treeweiler.
Treeweiler 0 for 1 with a ground out. Stops at Santa Clara and then Grand Canyon. Second year with the New York Rise. Drops down the bunt left side. Malaulu bare hands, has no play, and then throws to second to check in on Smith. I don't think Flaherty was expecting the throw, but kept it in front of her, and Treeweiler is aboard with an infield single. And so Megan Wiggins is going out, and that should be all for Sony Halishon. And a new pitcher coming on for Orlando, and we'll meet her when we come back. New York in front 3-2 and threatening with 1 out in the 3rd.
Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats. AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today.
Caitlin Felton is the new pitcher for Orlando. Got the start on Monday night, and it was a tough night at the office for Felton. Only lasted an inning and a third, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, and a strikeout. And comes on in a hot spot. McKenna Smith, the runner at second. Ashley Trewiler on at first. And Sony Hallishin was lifted early. And Sophia Nugent with a chance to extend this lead for New York. Nugent grounded out to third in her first at-bat. That skips in the dirt. Both runners go. The throw towards third, and Smith gets around the tag. How about the catcher showing a little athleticism?
Yeah, that's a tough play, and especially with the batter in the box. She has to move around the batter to be able to make this throw. Picks it up. Gets it in there.
Little okey-doke from Smith. As Nugent spoils it foul, 1-1, and Trewiler following suit. She's on at second base. One. Hit on the ground to short, backhanded by Sand, goes across the diamond to throw out Nugent. McKenna Smith comes in to score, 4-2 New York.
Sand looked a little unsure of where she was going to go with the ball. I think, that is part of your pre-pitch plan. You got to know where you want to go with the ball based on where you're positioned. That was hit hard enough at her that she could have thrown before, but it didn't look like she was ready for that or anticipating it.
So Sammy Williams steps up to the plate with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. New York with a run in the first and a run in the second, and now they put 2 across in the third and still threatening. Sony Hallishin still responsible for Trewiler out at second base. One 0. Paints the outside corner, 1-1. Pitch off the plate, count 2-1 to Williams, who has seen her batting average continue to climb, now up to 224. Just had a tough start. Went 1 for her first 16. Hit that walk-off home run on the home opener, but has played exceptional defense and just waiting for the offense. Skies it, foul territory right side. Mac Barber gives it a look, but clanks off the dugout. And the count 2-2. Sammy's parents are in attendance here for the series, which is pretty cool to see. And you can imagine how proud they are having 2 professional athlete children. Her brother Luke playing in the Atlanta Braves organization. Was with the Braves on June 26th when the Rise were introduced at Citi Field and the Braves were in town, so that's pretty cool. Got them some field passes before the game.
What an amazing memory, too.
Comes a 2-2. Inside in the count 3-2, and Sammy says some of her earliest memories were playing baseball with Luke, and the parents would just stick her onto baseball teams, eventually transitioned over towards softball. Grew up a Chicago Cubs fan, did some software work for them, and has a bright future once she hangs it up. And takes outside, ball 4. And so Williams extends the inning, and that'll bring up Mahiro Take.
Batting your shortstop, number 16, Mahiro Take.
Well, Take walked and came around to score. In fact, she scored from first on a double into left field in her first at-bat. And takes low, ball 1. One 0 pitch. Chopped towards first. Barbara makes the play, and the inning is over. But a solo home run by Courtney Day, and an RBI ground out by Sophia Nugent gives New York a 4-2 lead going to the 4th.
Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com. College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats.
Top of the 4th inning, a 4-2 lead for New York, and Lauren Krings with a little extra run support. Faced 4 batters last inning, gave up a single to Mac Barber, but got a couple of flyouts and then a pop-out to end the inning. So it'll be 7-8-9 due up for Orlando. As Krings has given up 2 runs on 5 hits.
Batting for the Monarchs, number 14, right fielder,
A walk and a strikeout. As Chloe Malaulu will start it off for Orlando. Chloe walked and came around to score on the RBI single by Dallas Goodnight. Give Orlando a 2-1 lead. And Krings misses high, 1-1. Elsewhere around the league, Florida with an early 2-0 lead over OKC down in Oklahoma City. Always the 8 o'clock Eastern time start times for Oklahoma City, 7 p.m. local. So we pitch number 55 for Krings. Out of the zone, 3-1. Middle infielders playing Malaulu deep. Corners even with the bag, and the 3-1 down and in, ball 4. Second walk issued by Krings. Leadoff hitters aboard for Kylie Sam.
shortstop, number 23, Kylie Sam.
Riley Sandborg and Smith teaming up for Rutgers, having a fantastic year in 2024. And then Rutgers naturally with a regression this year after losing 7 seniors from one of their most recently victorious teams, I guess, in recent history, as Sand, one of the best hitters in program history, dunked a single to left in her last at-bat and shoots it foul. And the count 1-1. Meanwhile, Krings playing her college ball at Mizzou. Her, Jenna Laird, and Alex Honnold, who was on the team last year. The 3 Missouri Tigers in their first season with New York. Laird and Krings returning, and now Krings seems to be the last woman standing with Laird on the shelf and Honnold playing elsewhere. 2-1. It's called at foul. 2-2. Malaulu, good speed at first, 2-2. And spoiled foul again. New York just hasn't had that strikeout pitcher this year. Someone that's going to go out there, put up 12 strikeouts, and that's up the middle. Williams, it deflects off her glove and into center field, a base hit. And so a couple of hitters aboard as Malaulu and Sand reach base, and Stormy Kotzelnick will step up to the dish with a couple of runners on.
Number 44,
You know, we were talking about Sammy. I know that's looks like a hit up the middle, but that also is a ball that Sammy usually gets, right? She makes those exceptional plays, just get slightly deflecting off of her glove, but she was right there.
That's going to be all for Lauren Krings. And we'll get a new pitcher. It'll be Shanice Dels. When we come back, 4-2 New York, but Orlando's threatening on the All-Women Sports Network.
Phoenix Tube is one of the world's leading stainless steel long products, with focus on ornamental and structural tubing, as well as processed flat bar. What began as nothing more than the founder's vision, the company started from very humble beginnings in 1980. 40-plus years later, the company has over 25 production lines, as well as a full line of slitting and finishing capabilities. An everyday commitment to uncompromising quality and superior customer service has enabled them to build a loyal customer base. The growth has been further fueled by continued and heavy investment in state-of-the-art equipment and technology, enabling them to remain at the forefront of the industry. As Phoenix Tube begins its 5th decade, it looks forward to a promising future with the same commitment to the principles that have guided them for these years. Learn more today at phoenixtube.com. Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com.
Shanice Dels comes on and tries to put out the fire. And Shanice dealing with a couple of runners on and nobody out, as Lauren Krings went the first 3+ innings, giving up 2 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout, and responsible for both Malaulu and Sand on the base paths. Stormy Kotzelnick is the batter, and New York's defense expecting the bunt out of the number 9 hitter, Kotzelnick, although she unleashed her power last night for the go-ahead 2-run home run and takes off the plate for ball 1.
I think you're right. I wouldn't be surprised if she tried to lay down a surprise bunt here.
Foul tipped into the glove of Nugent. And 2 quick strikes.
But what do I know? I guess that looked a little A little too good for her up in the zone.
Well, when you hit a home run, you make it a tough decision on your coaching staff. But Dels was efficient last night. Faced 4 batters, retired them all, and an inning and a third out of the pen, and struck out 2 batters. So trying to roll that magic again. One, two. Swing and a miss. She went up the elevator shaft once more. Kotzelnick goes down chasing. And there's one away.
Great job by Dels coming into this game and starting it off with a strikeout with 2 runners on base. That's a big out right there.
Back to the top of the order. Here's Dallas Goodnight. 2 hits, an RBI, and a stolen base, and also came around to score back in the first inning. Well, whether it's Alex Powers or Megan Wiggins or whoever, the signing of Goodnight has definitely paid dividends and an opportunity for Goodnight to cut into this New York lead. 1-1. Drops down the bunt and deadens it, and nobody wants to get it, and Spade picks it up. Everybody's safe. You saw the battery scatter. Dels got out of the way. Blampede went back to third, and by the time Smith picked it up, the bases were loaded.
You know, Dallas Goodnight, I mean, this just speaks to her intuitiveness and game savviness. She loaded up like she was going to hit and then dropped down the most beautiful bunt in no man's land. No one had an opportunity to field that, to get an out anywhere.
So that brings up Tessa Malaulu. Takes inside for ball 1. Tessa, a sack bunt and a ground out, 0 for 1 tonight. Two and 0. See defensively, Take playing in at short. Sammy Williams playing back with the lefty in the batter's box. 2-0. Fouled off, 2 and 1. Two one coming. That's a little low, and the count 3 and 1. Devin Flaherty looms on deck. Nowhere to put Malaulu. Outside, ball 4. Dels has walked in a run as Chloe Malaulu comes in to score on the RBI walk by her sister Tessa. It's 4-3.
Second baseman, number 9, Devin Flaherty.
So Flaherty with an opportunity to do some damage. RBI single back in the first, 1 for 2. And ahead in the count, 1-0.
The Monarchs right now are just doing a good job of passing the bat and not making it bigger than what it is.
Hit on the ground to short. Williams comes home with it. Nugent makes the catch. No throw to first as Williams cuts down Sand trying to score for out number 2.
Great job by Sammy Williams where she's positioned. Ball's right at her. She knows she has plenty of time to get the force out at home, preventing another run
First
from
baseman,
scoring.
number 31, Mac Barbara.
So here's Mac Barbara. Single into the right center field gap, her last at bat. 1 for 2 on the night is Barbara. Goodnight at third, Malaulu at second, and Devin Flaherty at first. And Barbara shoots it off the glove of Take and into left field, a base hit. Goodnight's in to score. Malaulu comes in to score. And then the throw over to third gets Flaherty, and the inning is over. Mac Barbara puts Orlando in front 5-4. We're halfway home on the All Women's Sports Network.
With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today. College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com.
It's a 5-4 game here at Bill Edwards Stadium. She's Adrian Clark. I'm John Perez. Orlando did a really good job identifying pitches. They chased Lauren Krings from the game and then took advantage against Els.
They did. They capitalized on drawing walks, on getting some singles, passing the bat, and they got the job done.
You know, it seems as if there's just not one pitcher out there that's going to throw a fastball by or a rise by any of their hitters. But New York's had discipline at bats as well.
They have. They're doing a great job at the plate of getting runners on base and getting them in scoring position. They just need to keep at it, and they're going to have to outscore the Monarchs tonight.
And one player that has been keeping at it is Lauren Lucas, as she'll dig to the plate, and Lucas has been so fun to watch.
Oh, so fun to watch. She's we don't have favorites, but she is doing such a fantastic job in the top of the lineup.
Very diplomatic for you, as Lucas with an RBI double to left field back in the second inning. She's 1 for 2. And Orlando back in front 5-4. And the first pitch low by the reliever for Orlando, who came on, Caitlin Felton, coming on for Soné Halashan. And Lucas cues it foul, 1-1. Soné Halashan went the first 2 1/3, gave up 4 runs on 4 hits, 3 walks, and a strikeout. 63 pitches, 39 of them for strikes. One to Lucas. Pulls back the bunt, and it's 2-1. Felton from UCF, all-time pitching leaderboards, as that's rolled over to first. Barbara ran to first without the ball, and Lucas legs it out. That would have been a bang-bang play, but it's going to be an E3 on Barbara. But with Lucas speeding down to first, she made it a lot tougher on the first baseman.
She did, and she goes full speed. She knew that she had to try to outrun the speed of the ball that she hit, and she did a great job of getting it done. Mac just pulling her head too soon, trying to make a play before you have the ball.
That's a good score there by E3, because if Barbara applies the tag, Lucas is out. So,
yep.
Good job there. Everybody loves a well-scored game.
They really do, especially coaches and players.
That's why we come to the ballpark every day.
And that's why we appreciate the scores.
Riley Blampede dinged a solo home run to right field back in the first inning and then struck out in her last at-bat against Soné Halashan.
I will say I love talking the game, and there are some challenging calls at times, and I love being able to debrief with our scorekeepers after the game and really try to understand what they saw versus what we saw on the field.
So I'm a tough scorer. I think everything's in error, and you have to convince me otherwise, because there are just ground balls that I feel plays should be made. Koutsanopoulos took a shot on that foul tip, so just needs a couple of moments. But I'd imagine as a coach, you have to advocate for your players and say, hey, that was a hit. Got to bump up the batting average.
That's exactly it. You know, sometimes what you see up here versus what we see down there is slightly different, and sometimes there are things that we see because we know the play that our players are capable of playing, the plays that they make look routine versus the ESPN plays. And yeah, sometimes it is that discussion where we are trying to advocate for our players because of what we saw.
2-1, Blampede fouls it back, and Blampede really seeing the ball well. Blampede, the highest batting average on the team at 370. Now 5 home runs, 18 RBIs, and an OPS above 1,000 at 1067. Lucas the runner at first, and the 2-2s upstairs. 3-2. Three-two, shot to right field, falling fast. It's down for a base hit. Blampede's got her second hit of the day as she pulls into first. Lucas up to second, and New York with something cooking in the bottom of the fourth. Courtney Day steps up to the plate.
This is exactly what this Rise offense needs. They need to continue passing the bat. They need to find ways to get on base, right? And they've done that, and they still have no outs, right? This is exactly where you want to be later in the game.
Courtney Day hit a rainmaker in her last at bat. And now with another opportunity, Lucas at second, Blampede at first. Day is 1 for 1 with a solo home run and pulls back the bunt, trying to catch the defense napping. But she did square, so the count 0-1. Day might not have the wheels to leg out a drag bunt, but a consolation is she'll move a couple of speedsters up a base. And now Devin Flaherty, the second baseman, calling the meeting. And could just be to get all on the same page sign-wise.
Yeah, I was just wondering that same thing. There had to have been some sort of miscue, or maybe, again, multiple signs. I'm not quite sure, but when you bring in the whole defense, it also makes me question, are they talking about positioning? Are they going to approach Day in a certain type of way and maybe shift the defense, right? Because she did smoke that ball to left field. So I'm curious, are they going to stay more away and they're going to shift, or are they going to continue to potentially mix more inside?
Yeah, let's see how they line up defensively. So second baseman Flaherty back, and Sand goes back. Barbara playing back behind the bag at first. 1-1, 2-1.
You know, this is interesting too. You know, everybody is back but Tessa. I would actually like to see Tessa back as well.
Well, it goes that way right to her, and then feeds the covering Sand, who applies the tag on Lucas to get the out. Not a force, it's a tag. And Lucas is out for the first out of the inning. How about the range of Sand, the shortstop getting over?
Yeah, that play in and of itself, she did a great job cutting it off, but being able to run, catch a ball, and apply tag all in one motion is pure athleticism. And it really was her only option because she wasn't going to get to third in time.
So before Spade can see a pitch, Transu goes to home plate umpire Mario Calabrese and is going to get a pinch runner at first base. And it'll be Alex Brown to come on for Courtney Day.
Pitch running at first base, number 25, Alex Brown.
Not every day you get a 5-6 putout, and there's Brown, the speedster from Clemson. And Spade watches low for ball one. Same defensive look for Orlando. Malaulu playing even with the bag.
Yeah, I just don't think Spade is going to lay down a bunt here. I think she's working to drive these runs in.
Flares it foul. 1-2.
Especially with 2 strikes.
Spade rarely strikes out. And pops it up. This will be an infield fly as Devin Flaherty converges over and makes the catch. 2 away.
That is a big out for this Monarch defense.
Well, how about Flaherty getting inside on Spade? She's really good at turning in on it, but couldn't barrel it up.
Nope, a little delayed there.
McKenna Smith walked and came around to score. A big reason why she was able to manufacture that run was when she stole third base on the swim move to evade the tag from Tessa Malaulu. A 1. Smith skies it out to center field. There's the shortstop Sand on the outfield grass, makes the catch. And the inning is over. The Rise do not score. They leave 2 stranded. We go to the 5th, 5-4 Orlando.
Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com. College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today.
Staple here at Bill Edwards Stadium, the dance-off. We got Layla on the left, Reagan on the right, and we've got Adrian Simon Cal Clark in the booth. Layla's got some moves.
Yeah.
All right, Reagan, hopefully you're nice and warmed up. You go in 3, 2, 1.
Winner gets a hat.
Go, Reagan, go, Reagan, go. Go, Reagan, go, Reagan, go.
Okay,
We
Reagan.
got 3, 2, 1. Oh, my goodness, I didn't know that twist.
Oh, the twist might have sold it.
I think the twist sold it for me.
Makes noise. Are we going to Reagan makes noise?
Pretty close applause both ways.
I will say, Lila, you can choose first between this visor or this tie.
All right, so they're both going to get a hat.
And
of course, there's a reason why Ali Melendez has 100% approval rating, because she gives out gifts to everybody.
I love that about her.
Designated player, number 99, Ali Skaggs.
Ali Skaggs will start it off against Shanice Dels. 5-6-7 due up for Orlando. Skaggs ground out and a fly out in 2 ABs. First time facing Dels, who fires outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Jam foul.
That's a stinger.
Couple of stingers tonight. Mario Calabrese, the umpire, Julia Koutsanopoulos, and now Skaggs, the latest victim. She's tough. She's a trooper. 1-2 from Dels. Top foul. Skaggs grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, went to Arizona, where she hit .328 for U of A. 2024 NFCA All-West first team selection, All-Pac first teamer. Back in 24, hits a slow roller towards third base. Blampede jump throw to first, and Skaggs legs it out for the 9th hit of the night for Orlando.
The swinging bunt is one of the most deceiving balls in our game. And there's not much you can do about it because she took a full swing and Blampede sees it immediately, charges hard, jumps in the air to try to make the play, but just not enough time.
New York expecting the bunt again with Koutsanopoulos. But a fastball rides inside, 1-0. Koutsanopoulos a strikeout and a pop out in 2 ABs, 0 for 2. Chop to second. Williams feeds Take, and no return throw to first. So they get the lead runner in Skaggs, and there's one away.
Sammy makes this play look easy, but for some
Right fielder, number 14,
second base
Chloe Malaulu.
people, they have a hard time because the runner's coming right at the same time. She doesn't have enough time to keep charging hard to get, try to draw contact. Instead has to read, react, and still be able to make a good solid play, which she does.
Chloe Malaulu takes a strike, 0-1.
That's something that I don't know of a lot of teams that practice, but I know when we're working with our defenses and we're putting a runner out there and we're running ground balls where the runners are trying to jump over them, where they're trying to wait till the last second just to make it more difficult.
Wild pitch gets past Nugent, and Koutsanopoulos is in scoring position. But it all goes back to that psychology of if the ball comes to me, what am I doing? And then if it's a certain type of grounder, what's the plan? And Williams seems to have checked all the boxes.
Exactly.
1-1 pitch. Pop foul territory. Smith ranging over and watches it go into the crowd. 1-2. Dels will get a new softball and go over something with Nugent. Interested why Calabrese's out with them.
I was thinking the same thing. Usually umpires will walk away, but I think he's just waiting till they get done. You saw he just whipped out his scorecard just to double check some things so that it didn't look like he was just creeping into the conversation.
He got caught red-handed. He was a part of the conversation.
He
was sitting at the table.
He was sitting at the table, but he was trying to give her a new ball. But after that, it was a little awkward.
No, Mario's a good umpire, but the image does not look good as Malaulu goes around. Strike 3, and there's 2 down. Second K for Dels.
Shortstop, number
And that brings up
23,
Riley Sand.
Sand.
Sand 2 for 2 tonight. And as Orlando getting production out of the lower third of their order. Last night it was Kotzelnick. Tonight it's Sand. A single to left and a single to center. Nine hits tonight for the Monarchs. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 2-2 on the way. And Sand lays off. Koutsounopolis, the potential 6th run of the night. That's second base for Orlando. 1-2. Nugent keeps it in front. 2-2. Two on the way. Little roller, first base side. McKenna Smith to the feeding Williams, not in time. Throw home. Nugent the tag in time on Koutsounopolis, who thought she got in, but Mario Calabrese calls her out on the 3-4-2 put out. Let's take another look.
Yeah, this is a great job by getting to the ball by Smith. Not quite enough time for Williams to get there and get the out and have the ball. A little hesitation getting the ball home. I would have liked to see her throw that right away and not wait for that call.
Well, Orlando had an argument, but they will not win that. 5-4, let's go to the bottom of the 5th on AWSN.
College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today.
Times Square, sun setting on a Wednesday night. Lady Liberty, Elmo. Somebody under Elmo's face mask, Batman, and Caitlin Felton here at Bill Edwards Stadium in a 5-4 game. She's Adrian Clark. I'm John Perez. Who's your favorite mascot that you see at Times Square?
Oh, I think I'm dating myself here, but the Naked Cowboy was a fan favorite. Just very unique costume.
You know, and she would do it. He would do it in the winter, like the male. You know, as the snow, rain, slush, Naked Cowboy must go, just like the male.
Absolutely.
Here's a pinch hitter. It's Kayla Wadle playing in her last professional game with the New York Rise and trying to make a statement. Wadle, second year on the team out of the University of Illinois, Chicago. And bunts it right side, trying to leg it out. Koutsounopolis has no play, and Wadle's aboard on the infield single.
It doesn't get more perfect than that. When you're working with your hitters, you're trying to get them to bunt it down the first baseline. You see where Mac was playing. There was no shot of anyone getting that ball.
So here's Sophia Nugent with the tying run aboard. Sophia drove in a run by grounding out to the shortstop in her last at-bat and a snap throw down to first. And Wadle scampers back safely, ball one. One 0 pitch. Nugent floats it foul. 1-1. New York with some speed on the base paths in the 1-1. Fouled off, 1-2. Nugent a home run on Monday night. Trying to put it together. A home run would put New York in front here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-4 the lead for Orlando. 1-2, runner goes. Throw from Koutsanopoulos, and Wadle swipes the bag. Talk about coming on with a purpose and an immediate impact from Kayla Wadle.
What a great jump she had. Super aggressive. Makes it really hard for anyone to throw her out.
Two and two coming to Nugent. Inside out and foul. And Nugent stays alive. Two-two pitch. Up the middle, through for a base hit. Wadle gets the turn sign. She's coming home. Throw from Goodnight. Not in time. She scores. Nugent takes second base on the RBI, and we're tied at 5.
And the Rise have tied the game.
Great job by Nugent staying on this pitch, getting it up the middle. And what good base running, no hesitation. Dallas Goodnight almost had an opportunity to make a play, but when the base runners have an aggressive jump and you've got someone like Wadle on the base, you're going to have a hard time getting them out.
So Jenna Laird's going to come on and be the pinch runner at second base. Was dealing with the back spasms, but good enough to run. And will most certainly be re-entered for next inning as Nugent will get behind the plate. But here's Sammy Williams, a walk and a ground out. And in the dirt, ball 1. New York a run in the first, second, 2 in the third, and now 1 in the 5th. Laird representing the go-ahead run as Williams misses the bunt. It's 1-1. Felton against Williams in the 1-1 pitch. 2-1. Two on the way. Pop foul. It's 2-2. Williams, a tough strikeout. Taking batting practice before the game off the machine and was really humming it in there. Probably from about 30 feet out. And now trying to push Laird across. 2-2. Upstairs, 3-2. Felton trying to keep it a 5-5 game. Still nobody out. And that's foul tipped out of the glove of Koutsanopoulos, so Williams stays alive. Payoff pitch. Got her. Blew it by her for the first out. And that'll bring up Mahiro Take.
And now it's shortstop number 16, Mahiro Take.
Take a walk and a ground out in 2 at-bats. Second time facing Felton. And takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Seems like Take's not afraid to take a first pitch strike.
She's not.
0-1. Fouled off. And 2 quick strikes on Take. Well, Take starting at shortstop today for Jenna Laird, and now Laird is the runner at second base. She represents the go-ahead run in the 0-2 upstairs. 1-2. One-two coming to Take. Off the glove of Koutsanopoulos and goes to the backstop on the pass ball, allowing Laird to take third.
Koutsanopoulos has been doing a really nice job of trying to hang tight back there. Some of these pitches making it really hard on her, especially when it's to her opposite side.
So now the infield comes in with 1 out. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mahiro Take. Looking to put New York in front. 2-2 pitch. Up the middle. Nabbed by the pitcher Felton. Throws home. And Barbara gets the out on Laird. It's a double play. It's a 1-3-2 double play to get Orlando out of it. But New York ties it up. A 5-5 ball game going to the 6th.
With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats.
Courtney Weish takes the circle, the hero on Monday night, and now trying to lock it down in a 5-5 game. And Weish was masterful Monday night in a 12-0 victory over Orlando.
I love this move. When you're trying to figure out strategy of when to make pitching changes, this is a perfect execution of when you make the change. Tie game. Weish did such a fantastic job bringing her in to close this game out. I love this move.
Comes in for Shanice Dels, who went 2 innings, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts, as Weish picked up her first victory of the season in her last start. When 5 innings, only allowed the 2 hits, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And the complete game victory for New York. 9-1-2, due up for Orlando. Stormy Kotzelnick, who was hitless in 2 at-bats in her first opportunity against Weish.
Batting for the Monarchs, number 44, left fielder, Stormy Kotzelnick.
And the first pitch from Weish tags the inside corner for strike 1. So a re-entry as Sophia Nugent comes back in, but Kayla Wadle now playing center field for New York for Ashley Treeweiler. Wadle has been a late game sub as well and doing a good job offensively and now bolstering the defense for New York. There's a swing and a miss on an inside fastball to Konselnick. And Weish ahead 1-2. Weish getting the sign from Nugent in the 1-2. Right down the middle, strike 3 called. That's how you make an impression out of the pen.
It is, and you see that energy. She knew she had it. She came in. This is what this team needs right now.
Center fielder, number 10, Dallas.
Let's take another look. Paint a picture.
Paint a picture. Give me the energy. Love a good fist pump.
Well, let's see if Weish can slow down the red-hot Dallas Goodnight, who's 3 for 3. Drove it a run back in the second inning and spoils the first pitch foul. 0-1. Weish working quickly, the 0-1, slapped foul. Looks like Goodnight a little late on the heaters from Weish.
Yeah, Weish definitely has a bit more velocity than what we've seen in this game.
And it's got to be an adjustment period, especially after coming in for Lauren Krings and Shanice Dels. And what the rest of this lineup has faced so far. 0-2 pitch, high and away. 1-2. Weish continuing to pound the zone, gets ready for the 1-2. And that's line foul. And Goodnight stays alive. One, two. A little low. 2-2. Courtney Weish clocked in the mid-60s, which, of course, is the baseball equivalent of 90 miles an hour. Here comes a 2-2. Chopped in front of the plate. Nugent plays it, fires to first, not in time. And Goodnight put it in the perfect spot to pick up her 4th hit of the evening.
Yeah, Goodnight showing how dynamic she is with a bat in her hand. Getting it so hard into the ground, but yet just soft enough to find a good spot. Making it impossible to make a play on it.
So this brings up Tessa Malaulu. Lost the first pitch foul into her own dugout. 0-1. Malaulu 0 for 1 with a sac bunt, a walk, and came around to score in the 4th inning. Weish working quickly, the 0-1. And carved foul again. High dosage of heat from Courtney Weish. Comes home with the 0-2. Just missed. 1-2.
You see how locked in she is. You know, she shook off that pitch, but as soon as she got the one she wanted, she was like, let's go.
1-2. Lifted foul down the left field line. And so Malaulu staying alive. New York will have the top of the order in the bottom of the 6th inning. Looking to rally against Orlando. Still a ways away from that. That's hit on the ground to second. Williams flips to Taki. Throw to first in time. A double play 4-6-3 DP gets Weish through a scoreless sixth. 5-5 here at Hofstra.
No errors and no runners left on base. And what a way to
College planning
end
is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations.
Bottom of the sixth inning, 5-5 game. She's Adrian Clark. I'm John Perez, and here is Caitlin Felton trying to keep this a 5-5 game in the rubber match between the Orlando Monarchs and the New York Rise. And for Orlando, 5 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors. New York, 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. As Lauren Lucas starts it off for New York.
You know, we talked about the Rise defense earlier before the start of the game about what they needed to do, and wow, have they done a great job at taking care of the ball today.
And how about the play of Take on that last 4-6-3 double play? I don't even think she closed her glove on the swap.
She didn't. I mean, that transfer was so smooth and so quick. It was like she was playing a magic trick on us.
Lauren Lucas attacks the first pitch, skies it foul down the left field line. Lucas an RBI double back in the second inning as she's 1 for 3. Reaching on an error back in the fourth. Here's the 0-1. Lucas lays off. 1-1. One from Felton. In there for a strike. It's 1-2. Wind really whipping around towards right field. Here's the 1-2. Lucas goes the opposite way and dunks it into left field, a base hit. She's got her second hit of the night.
Great job by Lucas making something happen, just kind of poking her hands out there, lofting it up right down the left field line. Not trying to do anything fancy, just trying to get on base.
Blampede 2 for 3 with a solo home run and a single to right back in the fourth inning. Lucas the go-ahead run at first. And Blampede drops down the bunt and rolls it foul. 0-1. One pitch. It's upstairs, and it's 1-1. Felton works quickly. That's downstairs. And the count 2-1. So Transu taking the bunt off and letting Blampede swing away, and she's worked ahead in the count.
A good hitter's count to be in.
Comes a 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Courtney Dale re-enters. She looms on deck. 2-2 coming. Line drive caught. Malaulu throw to first. Not in time. But Malaulu showing off the leather and piercing that screeching line drive.
I mean, I don't even know that she had an opportunity to blink. This ball was smoked, doing a great job of seeing it in, trying to get two, but Blampede got all of that.
She had a frozen rope to left field last night, and making a bid for her third hit of the game. Here's Courtney Day. As Felton pours in a strike, 0-1. A 1 pitch. A little low. 1-1. Day hit her 9th home run of the year, a solo shot back in the 3rd inning. 1 for 2 on the evening. Reach base all 3 times. Via walk and a fielder's choice. 1-1. Cracked in the air to deep center field. Back goes Goodnight at the wall. It's out of here. Courtney Day has done it again. A go-ahead 2-run home run, and New York pulls in front 7-5.
2-run bomb. Yay!
What excitement, what an amazing job. Sees a ball deep, gets all of it. Goodnight goes back, tries to jump up for it again. Not quite enough. That thing is over.
She might have gotten a piece of it.
It does look like she tipped it a little bit, which is impressive considering where she was positioned.
Well, Courtney Day, 2 home runs tonight, and New York's in front 7-5. If you're Goodnight, you have to just wonder what else she could have done. She almost robbed a home run on Monday night in right field. It tipped off her glove. Got a good read on that one. Almost robbed Courtney Day of the home run. It was not to be. Sometimes the break's just not there for Dallas Goodnight.
Yeah, and you know, you got to give kudos to Day. I mean, what she's been able to do offensively for this team tonight is incredible.
Meanwhile, the count 1-1 to Carly Spade.
And this is what the Rise need. I mean, now with Weish on the mound, you know, being able to take the lead, going into the 7th inning, knowing that you just need to secure 3 outs at that point, like this is textbook.
2-1 from Felton. Looped foul, and the count is 2-2. Well, a 2-run cushion for New York as Courtney Weish will face 3, 4, 5 due up for Orlando. Devin Flaherty, Mac Barbara, and Allie Skaggs. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and down goes Spade. Second strikeout for Felton, and there's 2 down in the 6th.
First baseman number 21, McKenna Smith.
McKenna walked back in the 3rd inning, came around to score after stealing 3rd base. Reach on an error in the 1st and a pop out to the shortstop in the 5th, 0 for 3. Smith skies it in the air, shallow center. It's Flaherty and Sand makes the play just on the lip of the grass, and the inning is over. New York 3 outs away from locking down the series. We're on to the 7th.
Folks, don't
With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Cam Wood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats.
Back here at Bill Edwards Stadium, New York, with an opportunity to send these fans home happy on the last home game of the 2025 season. It's been a lot of fun. 10 home games here at Hofstra this year at Bill Edwards Stadium, and the vibes have been high. And you can see softball growing in the New York metropolitan area. Or maybe you don't?
No, you do. Sorry. I was waiting. Thought you were going to say something else. Yeah, the way that this game has grown and what it's done in the Northeast, and specifically what the Rise have done for this area, is just incredible.
Devin Flaherty starts it off against Courtney Weiss, who's now in line for the win, if she could lock down the final 3 outs. And just a bit upstairs for ball 1. Flaherty reached base twice tonight, an RBI single back in the first, and on a fielder's choice in the 4th inning. Ball 2. Two on the way. There's strike 1 as it fouls off the glove of Nugent. Calabrese wearing another one. I think Mario Calabrese just needs an ice bath after this one.
I think he does. He needs a break, some rest and recovery. Maybe a compression sleeve.
Get a candle, good book.
That's it.
2-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike. It's 2-2. Couple of shakeoffs from Weiss. Comes home with a 2-2. Slow roller, third base. Lampede. Smith holds the bag. 1 away.
First baseman, Mac Barber.
Weiss knew what she wanted there, and Blampy did a great job of getting to the ball quickly and getting rid of it.
So here's Barbara, 2 hits tonight. Single to right, 2 RBI single to left, back in the 4th inning. And take strike 1. A 1 upstairs. And the count 1-1. Weiss working quickly, the 1-1. That's a little low. And the count 2-1. 2-1. That's outside 3-1. The velocity's there, the control somewhat there for Weish. Got the double play last inning, but falling behind in the count, 3-1.
Yeah, she's working through it. She's got this.
3-1 pitch. That's outside, ball 4. And so that'll bring the tying run to the plate in Allie Skaggs. And we'll get a pinch runner at first base as well for Barbara, as Megan Wiggins making the change. And it's going to be Kat Rodriguez, who started game 1, coming on for Barbara.
Pitch running, number 33, now batting, designated player, number 99, Allie Skaggs.
So here's Allie Skaggs, 1 for 3 on the night. First pitch, taken for a strike, 0-1. Skaggs has some pop. The 0-1. Chop to third. Blampede picks it up in foul territory. So it's just strike 2. Skaggs also has some speed. Might have been bang-bang from Blampede if she came up throwing.
Yeah, good job by making sure that got foul.
So 2 quick strikes for Weish. Trying to pick up the victory in the final home game of the year at Bill Edwards Stadium. 0-2 on the way. Struck her out. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Down goes Skaggs on 3 pitches, and Orlando's down to its final out.
Catcher, number 27, Julia Katsinyopoulos.
This is exactly why she put Weish into the game at this time. She is fighting.
Julia Katsinyopoulos scalds the first pitch foul, 0-1.
She's taking control of the game.
And that's what you want out of the bullpen, and specifically for Weish, who has been more of a leader this year. She has at times said that her enemy is herself. Here comes the 0-1. Inside, 1-1. Always competing with herself, trying to hold herself to a new standard. Great career at Maryland, and now trying to parlay that at the professional level. 1 ball and 1 strike to Katsinyopoulos. Line foul, and Orlando down to its final strike.
Well, tonight she is competing against opponents instead of herself.
Kat Rodriguez, the runner at first base. Katsinyopoulos trying to keep the Monarchs' hopes alive. 1-2 on the way. Lays off, 2-2. New York has scored a run or 2 in every inning but the 4th. They lead at 7-5 and 1 strike away. Weish, a couple of shakeoffs, now gets what she wants. Here comes the 2-2. And we'll do it again. Good battle from Katsinyopoulos. She won't go down without a fight. Weish once again. Deep breath and comes home with a 2-2. That's low, 3-2. So Rodriguez will be in motion. Chloe Malaulu, who's reached base twice, looms on deck. Last regular season game of the year for New York. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled back to the screen, and we'll do it again. And McKenna Smith will go out there and try and give her the words of wisdom. And a high five to boot. Eighth pitch of the at-bat, Weish to Katsinyopoulos. 3-2 pitch. Outside ball 4. It's a live ball as Nugent scurries to pick it up. And Rodriguez down to second. Koutsanopoulos is aboard, and that'll bring up Chloe Malaulu.
You can see McKenna with her leadership again, calling this timeout, bringing the entire infield together, and really trying to settle things down and just talk about, hey, we need one out. Work to knock the ball down and go wherever the ball takes you.
Malaulu drawing a walk and coming around to score twice tonight, first in the second and lastly in the fourth.
Right fielder, number
Struck out
14,
swinging
Chloe
against Shanice
Malaulu.
Dells, who struck out 2 batters. Rodriguez at second, Koutsanopoulos at first. New York and out away. First pitch, check swing, fouled off on an excuse me swing. 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Hit into right field. That's a base hit. Rodriguez rounds third. The throw will go to third. It's an RBI single for Chloe Malaulu, and that makes it 7-6. How about the fight in this Orlando bunch?
Yeah, they are refusing to give in. And great job by Lucas. You know, we talked earlier about heads-up defense, and that is heads-up defense. She knew that that wasn't the priority. The priority was keeping that runner at second from advancing to third.
Here's Kylie Sand, who's got 2 hits tonight. Takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Well, Big Ten matchup, Rutgers against Maryland. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line foul, and once again, Orlando down to its final strike. Hasn't been easy for New York's pitching staff this year, but trying to pick up their 11th victory of the year. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 7-6 game. The pitch outside, 1-2. Saying not an easy strikeout victim. Let's put the ball in play all 3 times. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Weiss peering in. 2-2 pitch. Looped foul, and we'll do it again. This inning started with a ground out. Mac Barbara walked. Allie Skaggs went down straight, swinging. And then a walk from Julia Koutsanopoulos and an RBI single by Chloe Malaulu. Courtney Weiss looking for that elusive third strike. 2-2 on the way. Off the plate, 3-2. Good speed on the base paths with Koutsanopoulos, who runs well for a catcher. And Malaulu at first. 3-2 pitch. Lofted foul. And the at-bat continues. Stormy Kotzelneck would be next. She looms on deck, hitless in 3 at-bats. But Weiss trying to put on the finishing touches.
The fight of this Monarch offense right now.
3-2 coming. Chop, first base side. Smith applies the tag, and the ball game is over. New York wins it 7-6 as Courtney Weiss shuts the door. She picks up the victory of going 2 innings in relief. Courtney Day goes deep with a solo home run and a 2-run jack. to drive in 3 as New York wins its 11th game of the year.
Please line up outside the first base bullpen after the game.
Good fight by New York and Orlando, and at the end of the day, New York comes out in front.
That's exactly it. It was really amazing to see the Rise clinch this series, a much-needed one after last week, and the fight, the composure, they found a way to get the job done.
So as the two teams will shake hands, we are going to take a break, and we'll speak to our player of the game when we come back here at Hofstra.
Phoenix Tube is one of the world's leading stainless steel long products, with focus on ornamental and structural tubing, as well as processed flat bar. What began as nothing more than the founder's vision, the company started from very humble beginnings in 1980. 40-plus years later, the company has over 25 production lines, as well as a full line of slitting and finishing capabilities. An everyday commitment to uncompromising quality and superior customer service has enabled them to build a loyal customer base. The growth has been further fueled by continued and heavy investment in state-of-the-art equipment and technology, enabling them to remain at the forefront of the industry. As Phoenix Tube begins its 5th decade, it looks forward to a promising future with the same commitment to the principles that have guided them for these years. Learn more today at phoenixtube.com. College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT/SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations.
Welcome back to Hofstra, and the New York Rise send their home crowd home happy. A 7-6 victory over the Orlando Monarchs here at Bill Edwards Stadium, and we bring it into the press box with our player of the game, Courtney Day, 2 for 3, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, the go-ahead and game-winning home run. Courtney, take me through that final at-bat.
I was just looking for a good pitch to drive, just making sure I'm on time and just doing my job for my team.
You know, a couple of home runs today. First home run since July 3rd, and then you follow it up. I'm curious, when you're going through that stretch where the power might not be there, but you're still consistently putting the ball in play and at bats, what was the mindset through that stretch?
That it was bound to happen at some point, and just sticking to my plan and finding a good pitch to hit in. I just wanted to end, our home series or our home season on a good note, and it just happened to be 2 in one night, so that's a pretty cool feeling.
It seems this team always makes it interesting. You get a 2-run cushion going into the 7th inning. I'm curious, your thoughts on your first season with the Rise, the culture of the team, and your experience.
It's a bunch of talented players who are just a joy to be around and a joy to be together. And, it's hard because you don't know everyone when you're coming in, and you have to learn, all the different personalities. But I think that we've really come together as a team, mid to now. Of this season, and it's just an incredible journey with them, and especially as my first year. So.
And as the playoffs approach, what does New York need to do? Bring home some hardware.
Say that one more time.
What are you expecting as the playoffs come, and what do you guys have to do, kind of areas to shore up to try and bring home a trophy?
Just sticking to our plan and just not making the moment too big. playing, for each other rather than just focusing on ourselves. And that's something that we've always talked about throughout the season is we have to look externally instead of internally. And I think that's when we do our best.
I'll let you go celebrate with your team. Courtney Day, 10 home runs in her first season with the New York Rise. Thank you for the time,
Thank
Courtney.
you so much. Bye.
Well, as Courtney goes, that's going to put a bow on our season here with the New York Rise, and we'd like to thank a ton of people: Jeff On, Harlan Friedland, the crew here at T&D, the All Women Sports Network. It's been a lot of fun to call these games this year, and New York getting a win on their final game. For Jamie Burkhart, Dave Stemple, and the rest of our crew, Brandon Natalia, and so many others, this is John Perez saying so long and thank you for joining us along the ride on the All Women Sports Network. You can watch all the games on the All Women Sports Network. They'll be re-aired. But once again, signing off from Hofstra, it's been a fun one. This has been a presentation of American Women's Fast Pitch Softball on the All Women's Sports Network.